Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtake. So continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 13, the ecstatic dancing of the Lord at Rath Yatra. Text 66 onwards. Purvayaiche Rasadi Lila Kaila Vrindavane Alokika Lila Gaura Kaila Kshane Kshane. Just as Lord Shri Krishna formally performed the Rasliya dance and other pastimes at Vrindavan, Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed uncommon pastimes, moment after moment. So, devotees, some of the devotees could see him present in every Kirtan party, 4 in the front, 2 on the sides, and 1 in the back. And everybody was thinking he's in our party only. Bhakta Garna Anubhave Nahi Jane Ana Shri Bhagavata Shastra Tahate Praman. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dancing before the Rath Yatra could be perceived only by pure devotees. Others could not understand. Description of Lord Krishna's uncommon dancing can be found in the revealed scripture Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Shri Krishna expanded himself into many forms while engaged in the Raslila dance. And he also expanded himself when he married 16,000 wives in Dwarka. The same process was adopted by Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he expanded himself into 7 forms to dance in each and every group of the Sankirtan party. These expansions were appreciated by pure devotees, including King Prataprudra. Although for reasons of external formality, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refused to see King Prataprudra because he was a king. King Prataprudra became one of the Lord's most confidential devotees by the Lord's special mercy upon him. The king could see Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu simultaneously present in all 7 groups. As confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam, one cannot see the expansions of the transcendental forms of the Lord unless one is a pure devotee of the Lord. So Maharaj Prataprudra got special mercy, and he could see Mahaprabhu dancing in all the 7 groups because of his service attitude, humility, and determination. Ei mata Mahaprabhu kare nritya range bhasha ila sabha loka premera tarange. In this way, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced in great jubilation and inundated all the people with waves of ecstatic love. Ei mata haila Krishna rathe arohana tara age Prabhu nachaila bhaktagana. Thus Lord Jagannath mounted his car and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inspired all his devotees to dance in front of it. Age shun Jagannather Gundicha Gamana Tara age Prabhu Jaiche Karila Narpan. Now please hear about Lord Jagannath's going to the Gundicha temple. While Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced before the Rath car. Ei mata Kirtan Prabhu Karila Kachana Apana Udyoga Nachaila Bhaktagana. The Lord performed Kirtan for some time and through his own endeavor inspired all the devotees to dance. Apani nachite jabe Prabhur man haila sat sampradaye tabe katra karila. When the Lord himself wanted to dance, all 7 groups combined together. Shrivas Ramai Raghu Govinda Mukunda Haridas Govinda Nanda Madhava Govinda. The Lord's devotees, including Shrivas, Ramai, Raghu, Govinda, Mukunda, Haridas, Govindananda, Madhav, and Govind, all combined together. उदंड नृत्य प्रभुर जबे हैला माना स्वरूपेर संगे दिला नव जान. When Shiv Chaitanya Mahaprabhu desired to jump high while dancing, he placed these 9 people in the charge of Swarup Damodar. Ei dash jan prabhu sange gaye ar sab sampradaye charidike gaye. These devotees, Swarup Damodar and the devotees in his charge, sang along with the Lord, and they also ran beside him. All the other groups of men also sang. दंडवत करी प्रभु जुड़ी दुई हाथ ऊर्ध्व मुखे स्तुति करे देखी जगन्नाथ. Offering obeisances to the Lord with folded hands, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu raised his face towards Jagannath and prayed as follows. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahman Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namo. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Krishna, who is a worshipable deity for all Brahminical men, who is a well-wisher of cows and Brahmins, and who is always benefiting the whole world. I offer my repeated obeisances to the personality of Godhead known as Krishna and Govinda. So this is a quotation from Vishnu Purana. Jayati Jayati Devo Devaki Nandano So Jayati Jayati Krishno Vrishni Vansha Pradeepaha. Jayati Jayati Mega Shyamala Komalango Jayati Jayati Prithvi Bhara Nasho Mukunda. All glories unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known as the son of Devaki. All glories to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known as the light of the dynasty of Vishnu. All glories to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose body luster is like that of a new flower, and whose body is as soft as a lotus flower. All glories to the Supreme Personality of God, who appeared on this planet to deliver the world from the burden of demons, and who can offer liberation to everyone. Now, this is a verse from Mukunda Mala. Jayati Jannivaso Devaki Janmavano Yaduvar Parishat Sver Durbhirasyan Dharmam Sthirchar Vrijin Dhna Sushmita Shri Mukhena Vrajapur Vanitanam Varadhayam Kamadevam. Lord Shri Krishna is he who is known as Jananivas, the ultimate resort of all living entities, and is also known as Devaki Nandan or Yashodananda, the son of Devaki and Yashoda. He is a guide of the Yadu dynasty, and with his mighty arms, he kills everything inauspicious as well as every man who is impious. By his presence, he destroys all things inauspicious for all living entities, moving and inert. His blissful, smiling face always increases the lusty desires of the gopis of Vrindavan. May he be all glorious and happy. So this is quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam. Naham vipro na cha narapatir napi vaishya na shudro napi varni na cha grihapatir no vanastho yatirava kintu prodyan nikhil paramananda purnamritabhe Gopi Bhartu Pad Kamale or Das Das and Das. I'm not a Brahman, I'm not a Kshatriya, I'm not a Vaishya or a Shudra, nor I'm a Brahmachari, a householder, Vanprastha or a sannyasi. I identify myself only as a servant of the servant of the servant of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, the maintainer of the gopis. He is like an ocean of nectar and he is a cause of universal transcendental bliss. He is always existing with brilliance. Actually, this is the mood of Vaishnavas, devotees. That I'm not a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, anything. But I am servant of the servant of the servant of lotus feet of Shri Krishna. This verse is from Padyavali, an anthology of verses compiled by Srila Rupa Goswami. Ete padi punarapi karila pranama yoda hate bhakta gana vande bhagavan. Having recited all these verses from scripture, The Lord again offered his obeisances, and all the devotees with folded hands also offered prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. उदंड नृत्य प्रभु करी अहंकार चक्र भ्रमी भ्रमे याचे अलात आकार. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced and jumped high, roaring like thunder and moving in a circle like a wheel, he appeared like a circling firebrand. If a burning cinder of a firebrand is whirled about very swiftly, it gives the appearance of a circle of fire. This is called Alat Akar or Alat Chakra, a firebrand circle. This whole circle is not actually made of fire, but is a single fire in motion. Similarly, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a single personality, but when he danced and jumped high in a circle, he appeared like the Alat Chakra. So we can only imagine how he was jumping and dancing out of ecstasy, seeing Lord Jagannath. नित्य प्रभुर यहाँ यह पढ़ित पद ताल ससाग्र शैल माही करे टलमाल. Wherever Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stepped while dancing, the whole earth with its hills and seas appeared to tempt. Stamba Sved Pulakashru Kamba Vavaranya Nana Bhave Vivashata Garva Harsha Danya. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced, he displayed various blissful transcendental changes in his body. Sometimes he appeared as a stunt. Sometimes the hairs of his body stood on end. Sometimes he perspired, cried, trembled, and changed color. And sometimes he exhibited symptoms of helplessness, pride, exuberance, and humility. Achada khaya pade bhume gadi aaye. Suvarna Parvat Yaiche Bhumete Lota. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fell down with a crash while dancing, he would roll on the ground. At such times appeared that a golden mountain was rolling on the ground. See, this is the ecstasy, feeling of ecstasy. Krishna is feeling with Radharani's bhav. And this is what he came to feel, to understand what kind of love and what are her feelings when she sees him. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna with Radharani's emotions, feelings, and Jagannath Ji is Krishna himself. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, with the bhav of Radharani, looking at Krishna, and look how he's dancing in ecstasy, tasting those moods of Radharani, that he could not control himself. That he had said, no, he would roll on the ground. He fell down with a crash while dancing. He would roll on the ground. At such times, it appeared that a golden mountain was rolling on the ground. And actually, this is what had happened when Krishna told Radharani that I want to understand your mood. And I want to appear as Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna Chaitanya. Then Radharani said, you won't be able to control yourself. Because you are still Krishna, you're not Radharani. You will be able to understand my mood or how I taste, but you won't be able to control yourself. So that is why it is as she covered his body with hers. So that is why Krishna became Gauranga. And she said, this is what she told him, that you won't be able to control, and then you will fall on the ground again and again, and you'll not just fall, crash. And I cannot see you getting hurt. So this is why she covered, and this is what it says. At such times it appeared like a golden mountain was rolling on the ground. नित्यानंद प्रभु दुई हाथ प्रसारी प्रभु रे धारिते चाहे आशुपाश धाये. Nityanand Prabhu would stretch out his two hands and try to catch the Lord when he was running here and there. प्रभु पाचे बोले आचार्य करी अहंकार हरि बोल बोले बार बार. Advaita Acharya would walk behind the Lord and loudly chant Hari Bol again and again. Loke nivarite haila tina mandala prathama mandale nityananda mahavala. Just to check the crowds from coming too near the Lord, the devotees formed three circles. The first circle was guided by Nityanand Prabhu, who is Balram himself, the possessor of great strength. Kashishwara Govindadi Jata Bhakta Gana Hata Hati Kari Haila Dvitiya Avarana. All the devotees headed by Kashishwara and Govinda linked hands and formed a second circle around the Lord. Bahire Pratap Rudra Laya Patra Gana Mandala Haya Kare Loke Nivaran. Maharaj Pratap Rudra and his personal assistants formed a third circle around the two inner circles, just to check the crowds from coming too near. So they wanted to protect Mahaprabhu and safeguard him from the crowds so that he could dance his heart out. Hari Chandaner Skande Hasta Alambiya Prabhur Nitya Dekhe Raja Avishta Hayam. With his hands on the shoulders of Hari Chandan, King Pratap Rudra could see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing, and the king felt great ecstasy. So Hari Chandan was the one of the guards of Maharaj Pratap Rudra. Hena Kale Shrinivas Prema Vishtamana Rajar Age Rahi Dekhe Prabhu Nartan. Now this is the mood of the devotees. You'll see. While the king beheld the dancing, Shrivas Thakur, standing in front of him, became ecstatic as he saw the dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it happens because they are in a circle and Shrivas Thakur was in the second circle. So he became ecstatic. He was in front of Maharaj Pratap Rudra, but he didn't realize that. राजा आगे हरिचंदन देखे श्रीनिवास हंसते तारे स्पर्शी कहे हो एक पाश. Seeing Srivas Thakur standing before the king, Harichandan touched Srivas with his hand and requested him to step aside because Maharaj Pratap Rudra is trying to see. And for devotees, yes, they respect Maharaj, but when it comes to their ecstasy, they wouldn't move. Just like when we go to take darshan of Lord Jagannath, then the pandas are always moving us, move, let others come. Or if they have some client or a VIP guest, then they really push us out. This guy is more important. Okay. But then what happened? Nitya Vesha Srinivas Kichui na jane, bar bar thelete ho krodh hailamane. Absorbed in watching Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dance, Srivas Thakur could not understand why he was being touched and pushed. After he was pushed again and again, he became angry. Chapada Maria Tare, Kaila Nivarana, Chapada Khaya Krudha, Haila Harichandan. Srivas Thakur slapped Harichandan to stop him from pushing him. In turn, this made Harichandan angry. क्रुद्ध है तारे किच्छु चाहे बलि बारे आपनी प्रताप रुद्र निवारी लतारे. As the angered Harichandan, who was the soldier of King Pratap Rudra, was about to speak to Srivas Thakur, Pratap Rudra Maharaj personally stopped him. भाग्यवान तुम्ही हर हस्त स्पर्श पाहिला, अमर भाग्य नाही तुम्ही कृतार्थ हाईला. King Prataprudra said, "You're very fortunate, for you have been graced by the touch of Shiva's Thakur. I'm not so fortunate, you should feel obliged to him." प्रभु नित्य देखी लो के हैला चमत्कार, अन्य आचुक जगह ना तेरा आनंद अपार. So before previous verse, so Maharaj Prataprudra is the king of Puri. He could have passed some order against Shivastha, but no, he was so humble, so thankful to the Vaishnava devotees, and he was telling his assistant Harichandan that you should feel that you're so fortunate that you've been touched by Srivastava. This only devotees of the Lord could feel or say something like this. Nobody else can understand. Or they could behave like that. Everyone was astonished by the dancing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and even Lord Jagannath became extremely happy to see him. रथ स्थिर कैला आगे न करे गमन, अनिमेष नेत्र करे नित्य दर्शन. The car came to a complete standstill and remained immobile, while Lord Jagannath, with unblinking eyes, watched the dancing of Shri Chaitanya. And that's also one of the reasons he has big round eyes with no eyelids. He wants to see the dancing of the devotees in Rath Yatra, and he wants to see everybody. So many devotees come to take darshan, so he wants to make sure he sees everybody in the temple. Subhadra Balaramir Hriday Ullasa, Nitya Dekhi Dui Janar Shri Mukhetahasa. The goddess of fortune, Subhadra, and Lord Balram both felt great happiness and ecstasy within their hearts. Indeed, they were seen smiling at the dancing. Udanda Nitya Prabhu Radhuta Vikara, Ashta Satvik Bhav Uday Hai Samakala. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced and jumped high, 8 wonderful transformations, indicative of divine ecstasy, were seen in his body. All these symptoms were visible simultaneously. Mamsha Vrana Sam Roma Vrinda Pulakita, Shimalira Vriksha Jena, Kantaka Veshtita. His skin erupted with goose pimples, and the hairs of his body stood on end. His body resembled the shimili silk cotton tree, all covered with thorns. This was how his hairs were standing on the end. एक एक दंतेर कंप देखिते लागे भाए, लोके जाने दंत सब खसिया पड़ा. Indeed, the people became afraid just to see his teeth chatter, and they even thought that his teeth would fall out. Sarvange prashved chude, tate raktodgam, jaj gad gad vachan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's whole body flowed with perspiration and at the same time oozed blood. He made the sounds jajagag, jajagag. Means he wanted to address Jagannath, but only jajagaga, jajagaga came out in a voice choked with ecstasy. Jalayantra dhara yache vahe ashud, ashipashe loka yat, bhijila saka. Tears came forcefully from the eyes of the Lord as if from a syringe, and all the people surrounding him became wet. Dehe kanti gauravarna dekhi arona, kabu kanti dekhi jena malika pushpasan. Everyone saw the complexion of his body change from white to pink so that his luster resembled that of the malika flower. Kabu stambha kabu prabhu bhumi te lotaye, shushka kashta samapada hastana chala. Sometimes he appeared stunned and sometimes he rolled on the ground. Indeed, sometimes his legs and hands became as hard as dry wood and he did not move. कबू भूमि पड़े कबू श्वास है हीन, यहाँ देखी भक्त गणेर प्राण है क्षीण. When the Lord fell to the ground, sometimes his breathing almost stopped. When the devotees saw this, their lives also became very feeble. कबू नेत्र नाशाय जल मुखे पड़े फेन, अमृतेर धारा चंद्र बिंब वहे जैन. Water flowed from his eyes and sometimes through his nostrils, and foam fell from his mouth. These flowings appeared to be torrents of nectar descending from the moon. यही फेन लया शुभानंद कैल पान, कृष्ण प्रेम रसिक तेनो महाभाग्यवान. The foam that fell from the mouth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was taken and drunk by Shubhananda because he was very fortunate and expert in relishing the mellow of ecstatic love of Krishna. Ei mat tandav nitya kaila katakshan, bhav vishesha prabhur praveshi laman. After Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had performed his devastating dance for some time, his mind entered into a mood of ecstatic love. So we can only pray to the Lord to give us some of these ecstatic feelings, ecstatic emotions when we see the Lord and we do our service, or when we attend Jagannath Rath Yatra. Anyway, so we'll stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments.
प्रभु जी हमें तो कुछ भी नहीं होता इसमें से. देख ले तो भी कुछ भी नहीं होता. राइट.
I know. कोई नहीं, तो हम समझ सकते हैं ना हम किस लेवल पे हैं.
हाँ. यस. वो लेवल ही नहीं है हमारा तो कुछ. हाइट है प्रभु जी, इतना कुछ कुछ भी नहीं होता. नॉट इवन 1%.
वही तो
सैड
चेंज
स्टेट है
करना
हमारी.
है.
बहुत बड़ी सैड स्टेट है हमारी.
We can prepare ourselves to get the mercy. That's all we can do. ठीक है, चलो. You all have
थैंक यू.
safe.
थैंक यू प्रभु जी.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Radha.
हरे कृष्णा. जय श्री प्रभु.